don't know what that was all about.
Yeah. Dr. Ann said, somebody said they saw a message saying we violated copyright.
Oh,
But
well,
Back. Mhm.
yeah, we'll figure that out.
yeah,
We'll figure that out. But we're live. We'll let everyone come back in, and yeah, we'll see what as you come in. And I'm gonna put a message in Discord as well. Which Uh, don't know how we did
there's
that.
no way.
Oh boy, yeah, don't know how. But we're here. We are here, and it is well.
It is.
All right, as you come on, just say we can hear you, we can see you. Let us know that you're here as you come back on. Um, Apologize for the technical difficulties and what we're experiencing. But hey, you gotta experience one time or another to let you know. And that was a powerful word that was given. We were discussing that word before we were cut off and had to restart, which is really the first time we had to experience something like that.
It is.
But it was a powerful word, and in what we were saying about being a faithful steward, good and faithful steward, is that your ability to manage what's in your hand. And this is it's nothing like having a word given and then you have to demonstrate the word. Like
Yeah.
this is in our hand. We have to manage it. You have to be a steward of it. And things will happen. Mistakes can be made or whatever it could happen or something can go off course. It may not have anything to do with you, but you still are required to manage what's in your hand. And that's what God has given us here, is that regardless of what the situation is, regardless of what happens, we'll continue to manage what's in our hand. And that's all God has asked us to do. He's not asking you to do things outside of your control. He's just saying, can you manage what's in your hand?
Mhm.
Can you manage what I've given you? And it's like that tenacity. I had a few notes here about this wicked servant because there's so many times I find that joker creeping up, wanting to be a part of my life. It's that laziness, that slothfulness, that ability to disconnect and different things, and it really deals with your ability to multiply.
Yes.
Like we're in multiplication season. We are in acceleration season. We're in a season where we're going to see things happen, where things are moving at an accelerated pace. We're confessing in the community that this last 3 months of the year, we're going to do more than any previous months that we've done. And we're going to see that happen. We're going to see that happen. And God has given us to do that. But we can't be like the lazy servant. And I like what you said, Dr. Ann, about how the king doesn't micromanage your actions. He says, I've given you everything that you need. I've equipped you for the assignment, and the king could step away and just watch how you treat the small thing that he's giving you.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? And you can tussle with it for a little bit, but man, this joker got to multiply.
That's
Like
it.
it got to get out of my hand and do what it was created to do. And there's so many gifts and talents that we have that we got to just step out of the way and let it do what it's supposed to do. And don't look at it as small. Here's the thing: is that we all have gifts and talents that seem small, but is giant. It's a solution to a giant somebody's facing.
Mhm.
And like you said, this thing about, if support resistance is all you know, if that's all you know, man, then be the champion. Because listen, the Israel was set free by a shepherd slaying.
Mhm.
David only had a sling. That's all he knew. He didn't have all the armor that a qualified military personnel should have. He had a shepherd sling. That's all he had. But it was enough to set a nation free.
Yes.
It was enough to kill a giant that was tormenting them. And I believe that we're carrying that. We have a community of individuals that's been given something. You don't even think it's small. You've been given something that has been working for you, and it will slay a giant for someone else.
Yeah.
We're in a
That's good.
season of multiplication.
Yeah.
What God is doing is multiplying, and we're going to step fully into this word. We don't know why the disruption happened, but we're going to step fully into this word.
Yeah.
That what God has said is that he's seeing if you can multiply this, because if you can be faithful with a few things, he's going to make you ruler over a territory called much.
Yes.
It's a place called much.
Yes.
There's a place of abundance that he wants you to operate in, but let me see how you do with this.
Yeah.
Right. And it starts today. It starts right now. It starts right now that with what you've been given, even if you made mistakes yesterday, forget about it. Repent. It starts right now. Is that I am going to exercise every gift that has been given to me.
Yes.
And if you have a desire to operate in a certain gift or a certain call, like you said, Dr. Ann, you said, listen, I asked God for wisdom concerning that he would open my eyes to see the market. Now it's up to you to receive it in faith and to begin to operate in it. And that's what we're declaring this morning, is that we have the eyes to see the market, that God has given us wisdom, that we've asked for it and we have received it. And now we're activating in it right now. And that is the place. Yeah, there's a place here called much. There's a place where there's abundance. There's a place where there is no lack in God. And that's the place that we have stepped into.
Yeah.
And he's just testing our character. See, listen, no slothful servant can enter into a place of much. But those that says that, listen, I don't know how this is going to happen, when it's going to happen, but listen, I'm dedicated to multiplication.
Yeah.
I've been subtracting and dividing long enough. I'm dedicated to multiplication, that my accounts will multiply, that my relationships will multiply, that my poor will multiply, that God has placed multiplication in the community, and then we will see multiplication in the fruit. In the fruit, the fruit will testify of the season that we're in.
Yes.
Yeah. In Jesus' name.
We got Leah in the back. We'll bring up real quick because we need a song of the day. Hold on, Leah. hit that one time.
Hey.
I love it.
Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
Morning.
The song I have today is by Maverick City Music, Man of His Word. All things are possible when we believe. Old chains are breakable when we receive. Yahweh, you keep your promises. If you said it, we believe it.
We believe it.
If you said it, we believe it. Because you're a man of your word. Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord.
Yes.
Yes, he is.
Faithful is part of his ethical character.
Yes.
Yeah.
Amen. Amen.
Amen. We receive that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
If you
Tim,
said it, we'll do it.
Timothy Campbell. It's 7:10 Central Standard Time.
Oh, that's plenty of time. They left too much time on the clock.
We have way too much time left on the clock.
Listen, we got plenty of time. They left too much time on the clock.
The enemy should have tried this a little bit later.
They gave us the ball. They gave us the ball back with plenty of time. Listen, people are trying to call. There must be a blessing in the room.
Yeah.
We ain't never had this many disturbances.
Yes.
Oh man.
7:10.
All right.
We'll shift real quick. We'll go into headline news.
Let's do it.
Let's get it going.
Let's do it. Headline news. Here we go. right, headline news, 7:30, about 19 minutes. We'll have some headline news. CPI month to month is today. And let's talk about it. Let's see what's going on. I'm going to share my screen really quick here because it's the biggest mover of the month. And we look forward to these type of months, or to this day of the month. All right, CPI month to month, we know what it is. Core CPI is the non-volatile industries. And so CPI month to month includes the volatile industries. The reason why that's important is the volatile industries may have a spike for 1 month, but not a consistent spike. And so it throws off the report. So you have core CPI, which excludes those industries that are volatile, so that you can get a more consistent look. Either way, market's going to play off of both of these. Not so much year to year, but month to month. And if that is green or red, that's what we're looking for. We're not. If it stays the same, then we're not really. We don't really have a play. If it stays the same, if core CPI is up or down, and CPI remains the same, then we go with core CPI, and vice versa. If core CPI is the same and CPI is up or down, then we go with CPI. So we're going to look for that, pay attention to that, because that's going to cause the market to move. If we miss the 7:30 move, we can always wait until 8:30 open, 8:30 Central Time open for the market to move. Now, we love it when the markets line up, the fundamentals of the market lines up with our technical analysis. And so as we look at support levels, we may look at those levels being hit and then going the way of the report. Remember, we're looking for opposite movement. If the report comes out red and gold begins to fall, then we're looking for the retracement of that, opposite movements. Remember, the US dollar, if it goes up, that's called a risk on environment. If the dollar goes down, it's called a risk off environment. We're going to have a lot of volume in the market. No reason to pay attention to it now. Everybody's there looking at CPI, so no reason to look at it. I want to cut this segment short just so that we can jump to the chart and begin to analyze. And that today is your headline news.
That's your headline news. Let's put up the disclaimer. Everyone take a moment to read the disclaimer. Make sure you understand trading involves substantial risk of loss. It's not suitable for everyone. Our live streams are for educational and entertainment purposes only. This content is not financial advice, so you can't construe it as such. Viewers are encouraged to conduct their own research and consult with a qualified financial advisor before making any investment decisions. We, the hosts, do not guarantee the completeness, accuracy, reliability of any information presented, and we're not liable for any losses incurred. Please make sure you learn how to trade on your own, do your own research. Viewers participate in trading activities at their own risk. Let's go. Let's go.
Red zone time.
Yes, sir.
Time to get those charting muscles going. We're ready. We are ready. Well, let's do it then. Let's do it. Let's get this vibe right. All right, everybody relax. It's CPI month to month. We're going to catch this the right way.
Yes.
Yeah, and we're going to, our accounts will thank us later. All right, so looking at DXY here, one of the things that I like to do is just look at where we're at, and we kind of know where we're at, but I want to pull out a little bit just to see we're in the middle of lows and highs. And so when you look at where the market has touched previously, and we can drag this left here and see this level of resistance that it was on if we wanted to to see how that's a significant level. And then see how we will support and resistance here. But regardless of that, we're in between these two spaces. And these are the extremes. Down here by 100, we know that was risk off environment. As we head down, that's US dollar being risk off. And then we have to the top is the top extreme. As the dollar heads up there, that's risk on. And so those are two different plays. If dollar starts to head down because of a negative CPI report, that's going to be risk off of the dollar. If risk is off the dollar, where are they going to put the risk? Well, they're going to put the risk onto gold, onto metals, onto maybe crypto, onto any correlated pair with USD, AU, GU, those type of pairs. Risk will start to go onto those as risk comes off the dollar. So a negative CPI report where this sends this down to 100 again towards this support level, let's look for that. Now, reverse of that, if risk is on the dollar and we get a green report and the dollar starts to push up, we're looking at risk being on, which means that risk has to be taken off of another pair. So risk is going to be taken off of gold. Gold's going to begin to go down. Crypto will begin to go down. Any correlated pair will begin to go down because risk is now on to the US dollar. All right. And so that's a binary situation. It's on and off if it goes up or down. So green report, it goes up. Red report, it goes down. We'll play it off of that. When you look at the gold right now of where it's at, really quickly here, we had a support level down at 2,500. That was a significant level. 2,400 was the significant level, but 2,500 created the resistance that we already retested. There's a few more zones. Let me go to the day so you can see it. There's a few more zones that we created these all-time highs on. The first zone is around 2,566. Second zone is around 2,600. Right? We're hanging out right above 2,600 right now. If risk is on the dollar, then we expect these two zones to be hit. One of the two zones to be hit. If risk is on the dollar, we expect gold to fall to this zone, 2,600, or down to 2,560, let's call it, to retest this structure here before continuing to the upside. All right, and that's miles away from when you look at the open of where we're at currently on gold. We've fallen down, and structure says that we should reject off of this level, go below the VWAP. So the first point that we want to see struck is 2,600 if risk goes on to the dollar. If risk is off of the dollar, then we're going to see this level be broke, and we're going to see we're going to use the fib to see some of the highs come into play again. Now, the first target on risk off the dollar would be that 23.6 PRZ from the last move up. That's at 26.61. Once we get resistance there, it may come back down, but if it breaks that, then we can come a lot higher. So those are the extremes. 23.6 at 26.60 is an extreme on risk off the dollar. And then down below 2,600 and below if risk is on the dollar. So those are two plays that we're just hovering around, consolidating, waiting for that news. NQ is another one that I'm looking at. If we look at the day, and we got about 10 minutes left, but if you look on the day and you measure this last move up, we came back, retraced back to the 100. And we've been rejecting off of 23.6 here. So technically on NQ, we had the first rejection off of 23.6 and put in a lower, a higher low off of 23.6. So we know any of these fib retracement levels, the first rejection spot is 23.6. Right now, price is rejecting off of 23.6 right now. So you can see that here, that we're on 23.6. So with this one, we're going to look for 23.6 to be broken today and possibly head up to the upside, if we start to get a negative report. Now, there is a support level that comes on this trend right here. And we know 23.6 can reject back to a trend or reject back to a fib level and still be within structure. So if it does pull back, look for that pullback and then look for exhaustion and then look to take it to the upside. But currently we're in an uptrend until the trend is broken. We're creating higher highs, higher lows. All right, so that's what I'm looking for NQ. Just looking for this big fib. And first target up here on if it goes that way is 21,247. That would be the 0. And then the second place would be 22,243. That's if it starts heading up. So those are two spots that we're looking for on that one.
Tim, can you show me where is your fib from? Is your fib from on the 1 hour?
No, this is a daily fib because of I'm just looking at the overall move up, and so the last low is here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so it's from here to the high.
Gotcha.
Then we retrace back to the 100. And here's the thing: is the shallower the retracement, the more straight line the direction will be. The further, the deeper the retracement, the more staggered the retracement will be back to the upside. We hit this 100, and now it's going to stagger its way to the negative 27%. Right? But we always get the rejection off of 23.6 first. So that's what we got: 1 rejection, 2 rejections. This is the 3rd time, and we'll see if it's broken at that time. And then pay attention to the stocks at 8:30. That'll be a good setup, because then you'll have the CPI report. You'll know exactly what it's doing. And so that 8:30 bell should give us a good indication of what New York session should do. Cool. So we're ready to go.
We ready? We ready?
Yeah, what's chat looking at? What are you excited about today? Are you in gold, US 30, NASDAQ, NQ? I took an earlier move on gold when I saw it spiking down. I just took a move up, but I knew it wasn't ready. So I closed out of it. I'm not going to stay in it till after the news. And it matters if the CPI comes out and it's not doing what it's supposed to do, we won't trade it.
It looks like Kamika, Desmond, they're looking at NQ. Paul is looking at gold. I think news, I tend to look at gold because it's really the inverse of what DXY is doing. I don't really have to worry about what the stocks are doing, anything like that. So.
Yeah. And sort of calibrate my indices strategy. Yeah, we got a lot of people looking at gold as well. Tim, Tisha. Sort of calibrate my index strategy because, risk off the dollar, what does that mean for indices? So long we've been waiting for a rate cut decision, but now that we have the rate cut decision, is a risk off environment that important now? And so there are other factors now that's playing into the indices movement. And because I haven't calibrated completely, gold will probably be what I'll be paying attention to. Now, from a technical standpoint, gold isn't giving us the best setup because the best setup would be extremes. Yeah. There's some extremes that are there, and there is no extremes that I can find on gold right now. So from a technical level, we're probably going to see it hit, those move happens faster. It'll push down to the extreme. So let's say it's a risk off environment. Let's say it's a risk off. And gold should be pushing up. In a matter of a couple seconds, it'll spike down to this resistance level to touch it before heading up. It'll just spike down, hit that level, then go. So would love for it to be right there already, and then it just takes off.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the only thing. That's the only thing.
You know what? I'm okay with it not being there if it pushes down to that, because it gives you more time to get in.
Yeah.
Even though it'll be a quick spike down, but you're catching it from the bottom.
Well, let's talk about that. Let's talk about time, because if you backtest CPI, and this is for if the report is drastically off. Okay, so that's the caveat. If it remains the same or as forecasted, then you really can't tell. But if the forecast is drastically off, you're usually going to have 2 to 3 5-minute candles where the move is going to play out in. So if you miss the first minute or 2 minutes, you're still going to have about 8 to 13 minutes of movement in the direction that it's going. So in terms of timing, you can miss the initial push down, recalibrate, and then get in.
So don't be anxious. Don't jump in too soon.
We got about 2 minutes. We're across that 2-minute mark.
Wait for it.
Oh, look who showed up for CPI. In the
Yeah.
background. We got Nedra in the background.
Day trading mama. I'm gonna change your name. We're gonna call you the day trading mama.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you doing? Now, what are you looking at for 30 this morning?
I am just opening my chart for the first time. I had a little bit of a hectic morning, so I was gonna see if I could trade the CPI, but I think I'm gonna have to wait until open.
Yeah. Well, we're about a minute in, and US 30 is at some extreme levels.
It looks like it wants to push up.
Yeah, it looks like it wants to push up, but it's also coming out of a range. The extreme high, all-time high, is right where this blue line is. So we're right there.
Yeah.
And then what put in that high is down here. So either way, but if it does push up, we can get some all-time highs. That'll be interesting as well. All right, 30 seconds. Someone has eyes on Forex Factory. And 15 seconds here. And price is getting going. Whoever got the early reports is going to start moving the market first. So here it is. The report has been released to the public, and there goes price. There it goes.
It went straight down.
Wait straight down, but it's hitting the support level here for gold. If you're looking at gold, that's the support level we're looking at. And then here it goes. And so I'm going to get into these buys here. No. Core came in, CPI came in positive. So that should send gold down. Yeah, they're both positive. So gold should be coming down. All right, so we're going to wait a little bit. It spiked. So we're going to get into some sales here pretty soon. And I'm going to get into sales off of this trend right here. And just from a timing standpoint, I may be a little late, but so I'm going to put a stop here. But that report came in positive. Usually what positive means is that risk is on the dollar. So we're going to see the dollar start to go up. And we should see gold start to push down here pretty soon. All right, it needs liquidity to push down. So let's see if it gets the liquidity that it needs. And this is a fair value gap. So we may come up into this fair value gap. Yeah, we may. I'm going to time this correctly. We have a fair value gap here first, where we may need to test this area. And so let's wait on this, and let's look at the dollar right now. And let me look at that report really quick here, because I do want to be in sales. I think I'm going to get back into these sales here. All right, so report came in as forecast. So it really didn't affect, I mean, it's the same as previous, but it broke the forecast, right? So that means that gold should begin to retract. Dollar is going to begin to push up, but we hit, we hit a technical level. So we have resistance right here, and we came down to that. But, I'm going to stay true to what CPI has done in the past, where it's risk on the dollar, and we're seeing dollar fall when the news was positive. So where would it fall to? It would fall to a technical level first. This would be a inverse dump and before the pump. So this is the level of the dollar that would first fall to. So let's wait till it exhausts here. Let's just be a little patient. Because we know this is not the move. And let's just say pre-market doesn't honor the CPI move. You know that New York will.
Yep.
So as that approaches that zone, this is the fair value that we're looking at here. That we're rejecting off of. I'm still gonna take that small position on gold here, and we'll see what New York does. I'm gonna move this just down to. I'm going extremely heavy here. That's too much. Yeah, so that would be about, if I don't want to pull up above this mess over here. I got about another 1,000 at risk here. What is that, 20? Hold on. $26.43. All right, I'm gonna see if this one plays out. 26.43.
Yeah, I took a small position. I just took a small position.
Yeah, because gold wants to climb, and I'm looking for a pump and dump out of gold. It's a matter of where it pumps to, and now that I'm thinking about it, let me wait on this, because because we may just have to wait till the open for this pump and dump. That 15-minute needs to exhaust itself out, so we just may just wait on this one.
Yeah, is this pumping?
Yeah, it may do it at 8 o'clock too, since it has still room on the 15-minute to get up there. There's an 800 MA from the 5 minute. It hasn't quite touched yet.
See, this makes me want to load up right here. Talking about weight, I was like, this made me want to load up.
Yeah, I'm still in. I didn't get out. So.
Yeah, I'm still in it, but I want to add more to it. All right, I just doubled my position size.
So what you telling me, Tim? I should double my size? Is that what?
Nope, stick with you. We're waiting to the open. The open is where we're gonna go heavy. So we got the report. So I just wanted to double it because of that rejection off the 5 minute 800. And you know, a major move needs liquidity. You know, so you expect it to you know, do its thing right now. I may just get out of this right here because it's cheap right here. Let me see if I can get a better position in this. And I'm going to put 30 micros on it. I feel good about this move though. I'm just getting a little better price.
There's a 3 minute shark fin on the Dow. That might be just the pullback. Continue to go down.
Yeah, I got to get into this.
What?
I wanted to push this. Look at the dollar now.
Oh, now for the gold.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? I hit the wrong button. I hit buy. I hit buy instead of sell.
That ain't what you want to do.
No. I hit the wrong button.
Yeah, I'm in with 18 contract micros, but I think I am going to double.
Yeah, it needs to fall. All right, it's making its move. I don't want to move it to break even yet. All right, I'm gonna move it to break even. Just above this candle. And I may add on, I'm gonna add on a position. Pull up a little bit. All right, next candle, open up.
Finally make that move. Let's go.
What's that?
I'm talking to it. I needed to go. Let's go.
Yeah, well, you know, it's above that VWAP right now. That's the only thing.
Yeah, I'm up a 1,000, but come on.
Right. Like it needs to just bleed from here.
You got a good entry, Terrence.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, that's the first stop loss I have. I have a second one up there. Yeah, and this is that retracement. It may push up a little from here. If it retests, I want to enter in.
Yeah, I actually I got out with a little in profit. I'm a re-enter. It was really the second position that I took. It kind of forced me to get out.
That 15-minute is still pushing up.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Kamika's up 2,000 on NQ.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
What's it? I haven't even looked at NQ. What's NQ doing?
It broke the 23. It's headed down.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's doing what it's supposed to do.
Now we just waiting on gold.
Just wait.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was
nice.
a clean drop on NQ.
I took the buy on gold and made about 3,000.
You went in heavy.
Oh, you took the buy.
Yeah.
I see you. It makes sense because we clearly see on the 15 that we're still pushing up. Yeah, I think I'm about to get into a sale.
Yeah. On where you at?
On gold. I hadn't gotten back in.
Yeah, I'm still in on my master accounts. Is like I have 1, 2, 4 accounts that are trading gold right now, but the stop loss is extended.
Okay. I'm trying to let this 15-minute push up a little bit more. Yeah, that was a good buy. Really good buy.
That was a good buy. Yeah. So now we're waiting for that 15-minute to get overly extended. And this blue area marks, chart's kind of messy. Marks a sell fair value gap in that area. So we shall see.
Dr. Ann got into NQ too. Nice.
Nice.
Look at y'all run it up NQ. Love it.
Dude, we love NQ, boy. Does its thing.
Now, Mia, you mentioned we might see the move at 8 o'clock. For gold, that sell. That's what I'm kind of waiting on. Yeah, that'll have that 15-minute candle closing right at 8. Should have a new candle at that point.
It's touching the red band on the TDI now as well. So.
Yep.
And we have not quite yet. Oh, there we go. We touched the 800 on the 5-minute. There.
All right. I had to send out a quick text here. I have a project going on and juice, so. All right, we're about, what are we? 42 minutes away from open. And what do we got going? So, all right, so CPI came out positive on the core CPI, month-to-month CPI, year-to-year CPI. All of it came out positive. We know what that means. That means that dollar should be flying up. What is dollar doing? Dollar is pushing down. All right. All right. So that's called, in the market, that's called manipulation.
Yep.
All right. So as the dollar pushes down, we'll wait for the exhaustion because we should see some highs created on the dollar for the day. That is this candle right here on the 15-minute. It's an indecision candle, but it's also to us manipulation, where it hit a high, hit a low, went back and forth, got everybody out of position. Now it's pushed to the downside. What is that called? Manipulation, right? Geared towards getting liquidity for the actual move. Now, 9 times out of 10, when you back test CPI, it pushes down to a support level before heading up. That's the dump that it's dumping to. And we've identified one support level. That's really not a weekly though, or a higher time frame support level. But we'll look for it to stay above here. The signal for this, for us to get into these gold buys, is for when dollar begins to turn around off of support. That may happen at the level. Oh, well, never mind. It's happening. As dollars push it down, it's pushing up into this fair value gap. And when the dollar begins to turn around, make its actual move, we're going to look for gold to do its retracement deal. Let's look at NQ. Positive on the dollar. Does that trigger any concerns with CPI? And when you look at the net levels on NQ that we've marked to, if we do put in come up and test the highs, and this does begin to turn around, where could it go? And that's really the question on NQ. Is it going to?
You're on US 32.
have we seen? They're pretty much the same analysis, but for both of them, have we seen the high put in for the day? That's the question. Is this going to be the high? For both. Now I don't have the confidence to say call out a reversal on NQ all the way to the downside, all the way back to 20. I haven't back tested enough on CPI to see that. I would just rather wait to see how the stocks opened up on this and stick with the structure.
Yeah.
I'm sitting on my hands right now.
Yeah, me too.
Like literally.
Agree.
Try to be patient. Don't jump in, T. Don't do it. Don't do it.
You know, this fair value gap just looks so good to me.
Yeah.
You know, but you know, it's fundamentally, I was looking for the reverse of this. So I was hoping for a red report, which would be an indication that, you know, the economy's retracting, the interest rates were doing what they were supposed to do. And technically, we could take the gold buys and create new highs. That's what I was hoping for. That because we're on this structure, let's just bounce down, hit the structure, and then go create new highs. That would have been the easy button for today. But with the green report and the fundamentals is opposite from what the technicals are showing. You know, the technicals on this is support's been hit, retested. We should be heading to the upside from that point. And so if I'm just trading fundamentals or technicals, then I want to see the buys from here. But this day is fundamentally driven. So that's the reason why I'm trading the fundamentals today.
Yeah.
And looking for the sales.
Yeah, I'm looking for the sales. I'm waiting for this 15-minute candle to finish up. We got about 5 minutes on that. We want to see where we are, if we have some clear exhaustion. Because you're right, we're right in that sell fair value gap.
All right. Give me about 2 minutes. I'm gonna make a quick phone call.
Yeah, do your thing, Tim. Do your thing. Nedra, are you waiting until the open or?
Yeah, probably. I could have caught some of the sell down, but I missed the entry. So, and it's like if you look at the price action, it's like real choppy.
Yeah, it makes sense to wait it out.
But it is going down. It's just real slow. I have a zone here that is headed to.
Okay. So I'm kicking myself because I should be in gold right now. The way it's pushing down.
I would have at least got my 25.
Yeah.
For sure. But after it did the push up at open, that would have been the proper time to get in after the push up and then sit back down.
Yeah.
but I missed it. So
all good.
9:30 Eastern Standard Time is.
Mia, what you doing over there now? You done got quiet on me.
I'm still waiting for that 15 minutes to push down. Although on the 5-minute, we did hit that 800 already.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, I see that. Yeah, we did.
And we're pushing down through a buy fair value gap there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that next candle that opens, it's gonna push. It's gonna push down.
What are you looking at?
We're looking
Gold.
at gold's already pushing down now.
I got in.
Getting in.
We're just about 2 minutes away from the open, and from the 8 o'clock hour.
Oh, okay.
For the 8 o'clock hour. So we know we get volume coming in on when we cross the 8 o'clock hour, and then we'll be 30 minutes.
Got scared.
What time is it?
You see me? I was like this.
I'm not ready.
I'm not ready. That's one thing about me. I don't hide facial expressions well.
Me neither.
So whatever's happening, like internally.
That's what it is. Yeah.
Sometimes I look back at the live and I'm like, yep, you can definitely tell I was losing that trade. You can see it all in the face.
We got about a minute left in this 15 minute.
You're in the sell on that, Mia?
I got out.
Okay.
Yeah. Took a $500 loss.
Yeah, timing is going to be everything on this one. So just waiting for that 15 minute to exhaust itself. Try to get in early a few times. You get bitten on it. So you're gonna, once it starts moving, you'll have time to get in. So just waiting on it to show itself done.
Hmm.
15-minute candle.
All right, we're at the 8 o'clock.
Let's go. Let's go.
I want to get in. Can I get in now?
Yeah, it's just that for me, it's like I took a few here, but I do like this. I liked it. I haven't not liked it yet. You know, my view on this hasn't changed yet. So, yeah, I am just took too many shots at it so far.
Yeah. When it's like that, it's best to just wait until you actually see the move, even if you get in a little late. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's not, I'm in there. I'm riding it out for the moment.
Let me look. Yeah, that's positive news for the dollar. To a small position. Just watching, seeing what 8 o'clock is going to do. 28 minutes in. Now, you know, it's, oh, go ahead, go ahead.
I was just going to say there's a 15-minute buy fair value gap that is kind of rejecting off of. On gold.
Yeah, dollar wants to, it has a level it wants to hit. Like when else do you get positive news? So I'm sticking beside the bias here. But surprisingly for CPI, we're not trading high volume. We're right around 71,000 contracts, which is high, but just not as, you know, on CPI day. So we're going to see how much volume increases over as we get closer to the open. I believe this is just a timing deal. I think there was one time since we've been on the last few years when you back test CPI where gold didn't move in the direction opposite of the dollar. Like the dollar, and it was that day that there was a big drop in the dollar, gold, and all the indices. Everything turned red.
I feel like I remember that.
Yeah, it wasn't too far away. Right, about 6 months ago, everything turned red.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. And so that was a rare time when it didn't do what it was supposed to do. $72. Let me see how many contracts are trading on indices right now. Yeah, very low volume on indices as well. So we'll see if 219,000 micro contracts are trading, all trading to the downside, but very low volume. I see the sells in Q are playing out well. We hope to join you soon on that. Yeah, that movement.
Do we got a double tops, tweezer tops? Yep.
On
The gold 15-minute.
No, those they usually have to be equal to be tweezers.
Equal. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, if you think about resistance, especially if they're counter trend to the momentum, when one pokes higher than the other, think of it as a balloon. You know, if air is trying to get out of the balloon, if you poke through the surface, that will deflate the balloon and it'll push higher. So that just pierce the shield. But we are getting close. 22 minutes before the open. Enjoying CPI on
how many contracts?
Yeah, as of I don't have the renewed since we crossed over 8, so the last report was 758 and there's 222,000 contracts. So I'm waiting for the report to update now that we've crossed over 8 o'clock. But very low volume.
And that's on gold?
No, that's actually NAS. Gold is NAS is about 73,000. Or excuse me, gold is about 73,000. Which is high for a normal day, a non-news day, that would be high, 73,000. 50, 80,000 is a high, but normally on news days where price is going to move far, you want to see it around in that 6-figure range on gold. So the advance is just hanging out, or just hanging out on gold. As we're getting this bullish move. I'm gonna do a light position on this gold.
How's your family in Florida? Is okay?
Yeah, I was just doing some check-ins. No power, like they lose power, but a little bit of flooding. Nothing crazy. They're all Central Florida, so they're not on the coast, which is good. But you know, there were some tornadoes that came through. But they all seem to be doing okay.
That's good.
I have a lot of friends down there.
Yeah, I haven't heard from Jacob yet on how they're faring. You know, you don't want to. I'm sure he's in Orlando, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Central. Like my family, they're maybe 45 minutes away from Orlando. And so from last time I checked, Orlando hadn't been hit bad, but they were dealing with some flooding. It's just so much rain coming all at once. So.
Yeah, we was in prayer about it. The you know, you don't want to watch the news because the news dramatize everything.
They do.
And it's not actual. We were like when stuff was happening in Minnesota, watching the news, it seemed like a war zone everywhere.
Yeah.
You can't even step outside. So I don't like watching that. They'll show the worst of the worst in a small area. So I was looking for reports from people that actually live there to see what was going on. See if I
Yeah,
can
the cousin down there, and she said, "I'm still working. I haven't closed down work." I'm like, okay, as long as you're okay, it's safe.
Where was that? Where does she live?
She lives close to Tampa.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that was supposed to be one of the hardest hit spots too. And that's the thing is like you get that report that's Tampa's getting hit real hard. It's underwater, all that. But then she reports that she's working.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it all depends on where too, and then also how your home is built. Because there's some people that, you know, like my family, they're gonna ride it out. They're not leaving. Like they're used to it, but some of their homes are built up a little bit higher. But even on the coast, you know, if you're right on the coast, then I suggest say get out of there when a hurricane comes. But a little inland, you can deal with it if your home was built a certain way.
Mm.
I do remember when I was a kid, I went through Hurricane Andrew. Hurricane Andrew was in 1992, and it was fun for me. It sounds bad, but when I was a kid, so it was kind of fun. But it stopped being fun when we lost power. It stopped being fun after it kind of went through, and we went outside and we saw homes that were not there anymore. That kind of thing. So it's nothing to be played with.
I remember growing up as a kid when it stormed in Virginia. We had to sit with all the lights out in the middle of the living room. We had to be quiet.
Yep.
We ended up going to sleep.
Good sleep too.
Right?
It's to unplug the TV.
Yeah. We don't do that now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Unplug the TV.
That was a thing for real.
Oh yeah.
I do remember we had one big TV, you know, the big brown ones that sit on the ground, that got struck by lightning. So, yeah.
Aww.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning.
There she is.
So I'm in the gold cell. Is anybody else? Okay.
Yeah, I'm in there.
Yeah, I'm getting a little late. I don't think it's ready yet.
Me either.
But I got in, really light. I marked out just marked out this really like a go zone. It could lead from here, but possibility of it hitting that 61.8 coming into that where these previous rejections were.
Mm-hmm.
So coming into that area as well. And gold, I'll go ahead.
I was gonna say I took some profit right around that area. I want to see if it's gonna break through there, but I took some profit because I took a couple losses trying to get in. And so it's like, all right, I'll take profit, and then if it breaks this area, then I'll get back in.
Yeah.
I took a profit too.
Yeah, I'm not really sold on it right now. Really want to see some see the dollar hold support and start to push up, because it has to do it. I mean, there is no other reason why the dollar would. Now, what's interesting is the VIX is starting to rise, which that's good for the indices. Or I mean, that'll cause the indices to go down, but that's in a down direction of where you think it should go on a positive news day like that we're having.
I can't believe the dollar's still trying to fake us out.
Yeah, it is. We'll see what New York has to say about it.
Okay, y'all. I'm at 47 profit, 4,700. I think I'm done for the day.
Good job. Good job.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. You caught the buy up and the sell down, huh?
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, it was a good sell down. You can even see like all that divergence that it did on the 1 minute.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Now we're about 12 minutes away from the open.
Thank y'all. The biggest part is not taking any more trades. That's the biggest part. I said I was done. I'm done. I'm
You
done.
You know, it's interesting because there isn't a lockout feature.
Yeah.
I wish it was. I wish
Right.
it was.
There's
Man.
a lockout feature. Tradeovate has something in their back room. I haven't figured it out yet, where you can set a liquidation level. So they do have that. Where it's somewhat of a lock. I mean, it's a makeshift lockout.
Uh-huh.
So they do have that.
I know there's one prop firm out there that has like if you set your daily limit of what you want to lose, and once you hit that limit, it won't let you trade anymore until another 24 hours.
Yeah, that's
I
Top
saw
Step
that.
has that. Yeah, Top Step
Yeah.
has that. They do have a lockout feature.
Mhm.
But you have to trade it on their platform though. It's not, you can't do like a Ninja Trader or a Copy Trader.
Mm.
You have to trade it on their platform. Which their platform has a Copy Trader.
Oh, it does.
Mm-hmm.
The Tradeovate has that lock feature with daily loss limit. They got a weekly loss limit. There's a daily profit trigger and a weekly profit trigger.
But that's a profit trigger. Does it have something where you can set if you lose?
Yeah, I assume so.
Wait, say that again. You can set it to where what?
It's a daily profit trigger. It is calculated on your net P&L, so you can set that in your account.
Oh, okay.
I do see that daily profit trigger, weekly profit trigger, day loss limit.
Mm-hmm.
There is a day loss limit. What is that? Let's see that. How do you set that is the question.
You just slide it over, and then you can put your number in there.
Oh, you gotta show me that, Mia.
Okay.
You're doing that directly from TradingView?
I'm on Tradeovate.
Tradeovate, I mean?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Like the same place where we see our trailing max drawdown? Is that where? That's where I'm
No,
looking
it's
at.
in your account settings, and then it'll show your account, and then if you press on the risk settings, it'll show you the things that you can turn on your Tradeovate.
Yeah.
It says daily loss limit, weekly loss limit.
Risk settings. Oh, wow. I learned something new today. Yeah. Okay.
No, this is
What are you talking about, Leilani?
Talking to her mom. She's telling her mom I got a wig on.
Kids will have no chill.
No filter whatsoever.
There is
Listen,
a
I'm
daily
ready.
loss limit. I love this. Okay. What did she say? She wants you. She wants your attention.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, I'm gonna tell all your business. You better give me that attention.
I'm looking forward to Power Hour tomorrow. Power Hour is tomorrow, right?
That is tomorrow.
It
That
is.
is tomorrow. That's a good way to change the subject.
I like that. It was smooth,
Yes,
real
Power Hour
smooth.
is tomorrow.
Oh man.
Oh man.
Yes. I'll be right back, y'all.
All right.
All right.
I might have to show up in my scrubs though. I ended up not getting the night off.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I was like, they gonna see me show up in my scrubs.
You know.
Oh wow.
That's real though. Like,
yep. The day trading mom.
Real life.
That's the character.
I think you should do the Power Hour every time in your scrubs.
I was like, oh well, if it happens, it happens.
So that can become your uniform.
Right.
It's on brand.
Because by the time I get home in the morning, I'm rushing out to see artists, and I'll come back and get on. So I'm like, I'm not gonna have time for the razzle dazzle. I gotta get to business.
Yeah.
Oh, but I'm really excited about this risk settings. I'm definitely gonna test that out and see how that works. Oh, we 6 minutes to open.
Yeah, volume's climbing slowly. We're about 82,000 contracts on, micro contracts on gold.
Oh, I hate how I am moving. I do not like how you have right now.
Hey, Nedra, Dr. Ann said, I think that would be a good idea. They make it feel a little more real for people who work.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, it's real.
Say, don't pretend to hear.
It's real.
All right, we'll be getting off of work. All right, got a few levels. I think that it's going to be interesting, but I think we're going to still come down, but it's doing its 1-2 right now. Five minutes. 1 5-minute candle left and then we'll see what New York can make of all this mess. New York's going to say, hey, all right, enough's enough.
Let's go.
Take one more shot at this. There's so many break even, and then where it's not running, so doing a 500 at a time.
Mm-hmm.
So there's something about I would say this break even piece that I do. There's something about to me about catching the top or the bottom of a move,
Mm-hmm.
so you can get in the right position.
Yeah. No, George, that's a sell.
Yeah, it may not be ready yet, George. Though, if you're looking at it, I'll wait for the 8:30. I'll wait for that 8:30 to play out first. Yeah, before and that's what said. I'm just trying to catch the best price that I can get. If we're looking at sales, trying to catch the best price that I can get right now. Two minutes, 1 minute, 30 seconds left to the open.
Oh, we lost Paris.
All right, under 1 minute to the open. Cue up the bell sound. All right, that volume's coming in. Just checking our volume indicators.
Yeah. There goes gold.
Yeah, we got close to 90,000 that's trading on that, and we are open. Market open, market open. All right, let's go here. Let's see what it does. I keep an eye on the dollar, see how they're going to treat that news, and then we'll keep an eye on gold as well.
There's a little piece of God in them.
See what New York thinks about this. Just 1 minute in. Yeah, 1 minute in, and New York says, listen, you got to play by the rules. Yeah, I think that's going to be a good trade. Once you clear VWAP,
Yes, gotta clear VWAP.
probably should have put that on as the entry.
Nedra, are you seeing anything on US 30?
I don't like it. I don't really like price action right now on US 30. It was going sideways. I don't like it. I'm not in anything right now. My eyes can't see it. So
Wait on
I'm
it.
not gonna
Wait
make
on
it up. I am
Yeah.
not gonna make it
Right.
up.
Good.
I get it. I get it. Your eyes can't see it. Don't trade it.
I'm not trying to make it up.
And so NAS, the stock opened up negative. What think you? Do you see that?
Yeah, now it's going to continue to fall for the intro. Retrace back to a level of support. There's a few levels of support that I can retrace back to. You get out of these.
Now it looks like it wants to fall.
Yeah, I just don't like this price action. It's just how it gets there that I just don't like.
Yeah, I know. I'm not happy with the price action. I feel like there's a lot of manipulation happening right now.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
A lot.
Let me get out of this.
Like, even though I felt like US 30 wanted to fall, if you look at the last four minute candles, the 1 minute candles, but the last four of them, it's just going back and forth right now.
Yeah, getting liquidation.
What is that? That's the mess I used to get caught up in. Like, we are not doing.
And usually, I mean, it's tradable. You can do that. It's a great move, but it's just the way it gets there matters. You know,
Yeah.
and like when we were here, what was this, yesterday? Yeah, yesterday. So, you know, this is good price action, but you know, just the staggering and stopping, or even this, if you were caught up in this back and forth down, and that's, you know, those are actual patterns. When you study it, it's like flag patterns and different things, or the consolidation to build up momentum for the move. But how it gets there matters. So NQ should be falling. It'll probably end up retesting this area here before, and then begin to fall. We're at that 23.6. We broke above it. That should be acting as support, but with technicals, we got to see how it's treated. But the price actions, even though you can see that, it's not giving you a clean entry. So you really want it to prove out itself first. And even with gold, you know, dollar, we know dollar is going to rise, but how will it rise? It's gonna jerk around and then make a move, and then jerk around and make a move. You know,
All
and
right,
so
I'm trying to enter a sell.
on 30.
I'm gonna keep my stop pretty tight. If it goes above that area, I'm gonna get out.
So, question, Tim, will CPI also affect like the evening markets? Like, is there something that the evening market will be, like Nikkei, or is it just the daily, the news time where it's affected? It looks like Nikkei had a sell at the news.
Yeah, it will. I mean, if you study Nikkei, normally the it mimics NQ, and so it is weighted through the dollar. So as the dollar moves back and forth, you'll see Nikkei move as well. And if the move doesn't happen before if it goes into rollover, you'll see Nikkei react to it in the evening as well. Yeah, I'm not messing around with this price action anymore. I'm trying to catch these moves, but it's not.
I don't like it.
Not moving. I'm not messing with it.
Yep. No, I am sitting on my hands again. I don't like it. It's got to just make a decision. Just make a decision and please go. But we know how this typically works, Tim. It'll probably be around 9, like right at 9, a little after 9, then it'll go.
Yeah, get that liquidity out the way.
Yep.
Which we're fine with wherever, whenever you
get
show
out
up.
here because I just don't like price action and that. All right, so I did 1,500. I'm done.
Yeah, that's good. That's good for the day.
Yeah.
Not a clean CPI. Not a clean CPI.
Mm-mm. It is not being kind to us this morning. But that's okay because we have wisdom.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
and we know when to stop.
Yeah, you recognize when to get in the water and when not to.
Yeah.
It sets up as, you kind of know what the move is going to be, but it's just this consolidations that are happening, but we're looking for red days, and there goes the dollar.
Anybody else looking for anything else today? I'm about to start reading my stop trading declaration.
I love it.
You got one of those too? I love it. I'm trying to figure out what closet I'm gonna organize today.
Okay.
I'm moving away.
I still have not organized my middle closet, Mia. So maybe that's a good thing for me to do today.
Yeah, organized closet.
Middle closet. It needs some TLC. Towels looking a little ruffled. It's a good day to organize the middle closet.
I think it is. To step away, find something to do, would be a good day, good thing to do today.
Yeah, look at gold just pushing up.
Just from a technical standpoint, it makes sense, but from a fundamental standpoint, it doesn't make sense. Like you've waited for a while for this news, and for it not to be responding to it, which it's going to happen eventually, but for it not to respond to it yet.
I have really gotten into the rising flag with bearish moves. So I do it on the 15-minute time frame. I'm looking at gold. when I look at the hour, I have a rising flag, and when it pushes out of my rising flag to go down, maybe a good time. I'm on the hour because we're right at a 50 MA. So once it pushes down, it breaks that, then that may be the move to go down as well.
Yeah.
I love the rising flags. Bearish moves. Seems to work.
Yeah, I'm pretty sold on the sale still.
What exactly is a rising flag?
It's
Go
go ahead.
Go ahead, Tim.
Well, I mean, if you think about it, it's a pattern, but it's the same as like a fib, what we're saying with the fib, or like a fair value gap, or any of those. It's the place that price retracts back to. And so there's, when price pushes down, it's going to retrace. But how it retraces is usually it'll go down in the movement, but it will retrace up like that. And this up move back to it is the flag pattern.
Got it.
So if you mark out the high and then the low, you get that flag.
I see it now.
Yeah. Oh no, that's a pendant. I do another type of flag where I do the tunnels,
like a parallel channel.
Yeah, like a channel.
Okay.
Yeah. They're all the same though.
Okay.
It moves it's when price moves in the opposite direction of. So this is the move down, and price retraces back. So whether it's a flag or pennant or a symmetrical triangle or an ascending triangle, the thought process, there's some scallops as well where it'll begin to cup, but it's an opposite movement. And usually it is, when you see it, it's usually just a fib level that it's retracing back to continue the move back to the downside. So it's a continuation pattern. Yeah. So price goes that way and then goes that way. And then, with those type of moves, when you identify it or you have an eye for it. So for instance, this move here, price is set it up, but then it retraces back down. So whether you see, the parallel there, or whether you see the flag here, that retraces back down is only thing it is a fib level that says it retraces, it's going to retrace, to the 61.8 and then continue to the upside.
That's good. Thank you.
Yeah. But, it speaks to what we're at this morning. It speaks to timing. Like, that's happening, but it speaks to how it's happening is the question. This was the move here, that down move here. That's the move. And so now we've went into consolidation. So it's the consolidation we're expecting for price to fall and to, make it down into some of these levels, but it's in consolidation right now. And so as it pushes up, whether you see a flag or however you're seeing this, it's just the timing of that, of when it gets that resistance and begins to come back down. And, the type of price action that we're seeing this morning it's delaying the move to where, it makes you, a delayed move makes you, like any other thing, when you're operating in faith or operating on what a delay can make you doubt the move. And that's what price action is doing this morning. The delay is making us doubt if it's going to fall. And so it's like, we've seen this before. We've seen it pull up in the opposite direction, exhaust itself, and then fall down. And so that's what we're waiting for now. It's a few different levels. This is an extreme level, but it may push back past that and go into this fair value gap and come up to that 61.8 and push down. But the hour, this may just be the high here, where the next hour candle opens up at 9. We go 5 minutes into that, where it retests and then just falls from there. But either way, the reason why I don't like it right now, and I've lost a little bit on this one, is that gold hasn't really made dollar hasn't really made the run that it's supposed to make. And when you look at CPI though, even though we're higher than forecast, the actual is the same report as the previous. So we really haven't changed anything as far as the report's concerned. And what I'm thinking is that it's not far, since we did not change, core CPI was 0.3, actual 0.3. CPI was 0.2 last report, it's 0.2 this report. And unemployment claims came in a little bit higher than expected, so that's negative for the dollar. So the dollar not pushing up kind of makes sense, where we want it to push up to the highs, which I think it will, but the way that it's moving and the weakness of the report not changing from the previous, I think is contributing to today's price action. So even though I do have the bias of go up, you should be going up, at the same time, where the economy sits and all that, I can understand why there is some angst about the dollar pushing up. And we have other things going on in the economy, where election is an uncertain time, since we're going into November. Uncertainty, the ports, uncertainty, the hurricane, the effects after the hurricane, uncertainty. So, gold is a safe haven, and so that's why it's kind of holding price right now. Which I don't like it for my accounts. My accounts took a little hit, but do understand it in the grand scheme of things of, okay, it's not really out there in left field.
Dr. Andy took that sell down. Oh, George asked me if I'm a full-time trader now, and yes, currently I am a full-time trader and a full-time coach, and I love it.
Yeah,
I love it.
And she's the best.
Oh, thank you.
EB is.
Listen, Team Triumph, we are blessed.
We are. ATK, we are blessed.
Yes.
Dr. Ann made some more profit. Yes. Done for the day, Dr. Ann.
Done.
We organizing closets today.
I love it.
I'll fold some towels.
Clean the house, scrub some baseboards, something. Getting up.
Yes. Yeah, we got some great people here, and it's amazing when you connect with great people. There's some amazing things that can happen. And so, got some great people, and we love to see the development of everyone. Like, there'll be a day, George, where we'll be like, man, go to George a coach. It was like, if you think about it, we rewind 2 years ago, and people that were just beginning a couple years ago, and you'd be like, well, one day you're going to be the coach. They're going to be looking to you. So we all started where everyone that is fresh to the community, we started where you were.
Yeah.
It's like, no, you just keep at it, and you get better and better and better, and you go through all the go-through that you have to go through to get to where you need to get to.
And I realized too that in order to coach other people, you don't have to be perfect. You don't have to be, like this quote unquote expert, or you know, people, because I know I did that for a while too. Like, well, if I'm coaching other people, that means that I can't make mistakes, that I can't fail ever, you know, and that's not true,
Yeah.
because it is those moments that actually make you a better coach. You know, and say, I did that before, and this is why I'm telling you.
Yeah.
You know, not to do that, because I've walked through this before. So, you know, if you had a trading career that just had no failures at all, how can you really coach other people? Because this is one of those careers that you're gonna have the low moments. It's just a part of it. So
yeah, you got to manage the lows as well as the highs.
Yeah.
Like the highs can work against you as well as the lows. And so you got to be even keeled, manage both of them. But yeah, you're right. It's not, the qualification isn't that you're an expert. The qualification is that you're willing.
Yeah.
I'm willing to help somebody else. And that's the only qualification. If you have a right heart and willing to serve someone else, then you could be a coach. But the blessing is that when you do that and you have that heart, then you gain access to understanding. Because if you look at Solomon as a young boy becoming king, he did not have understanding to rule God's people. And so when he asked for wisdom, he didn't have it. But he had a willingness to lead God's people. And because of that, all of these other things were added on to him. And that's the way that it is in the community. When you have a willingness and you say, listen, God, I want to help. I want to be a benefit. I want to help the community. God gives you the understanding. And that understanding will take you into levels far beyond what you thought was imaginable.
That's good.
Oh, nice. Great job, Jeremy. He said he took the cell with me on YM and he made 1,400.
Yes.
Nice.
Love to see it.
Nice.
Good job.
Yeah, look, we're looking at stocks. They're all turning red.
Oh, they are. Yeah, but I'm gonna go fold some towels because I still don't like the price action on YM.
Yeah, I don't like it on gold. I'll come back a little later to check on it, but no, I'm not liking it as well.
I'm very thankful for that sell that I caught, but that's it. And I'm happy someone was able to catch it too.
Yeah, you know, I took a little hit in the account, but the advancers were successful. Like everybody's chiming in about how Dr. Ann, Kabika, Jeremy, you know, Mia, you've made. So the advancers have run the table this morning. I love it.
Yeah, they did really good. Everyone did good. YM, M as in Mary. YM is US 30. That's the Dow Jones.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the futures symbol for US 30.
And that's all I trade for now.
For now. I love it.
For now.
I
have been thinking about looking at NQ.
What? Okay.
This don't even sound right. This is not you.
Right? When she said NQ, it's just, what?
Yeah. I don't know. You know, it's there's a lot of advantages, and for the futures. When we were trading Forex, NAS was, you know, I think US 30 was the deal.
Yeah.
But for NQ or for futures, it is price per tick is dramatically different, 4 times what YM is. And so for that same move, the I say it's the US 30 of futures is what it is. Like US 30 for Forex. When you come over to futures, NQ is the US 30 of futures. Just from price per tick.
Yeah, I've been looking at it. You know, like for instance, like I was looking at the drop on YM this morning after the CPI candle, and then I looked at it on NQ, and I'm like, wow, the one on NQ just looks so nice. You know.
Yeah. And that's the thing. It's like it's not that you have to make a change, but you have the ability to, if your instrument isn't doing what you want it to do, just have the flexibility to be like, let me go look at over here and see. It may not be something that you regularly do, but
Right.
the price action just may be a little smoother for that day.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is looking bullish. It looks like it wants to climb out of this hole for gold. Yeah. So no,
It's just not giving. It's not giving. It's not giving.
Yeah, Tim pushed his feet back. Look, Tim went like this.
That's what I walk away from today. As soon as we hit in stream, I'm up. I'm gonna get me some breakfast.
Yeah.
I ain't looking at this.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
It's just not giving what we thought it was gonna give this morning. Like I thought, I came on here. I'm like, oh, it's CPI. We're about to get into this thing. It just did not give it this morning.
Yeah. Not today.
But we understand the report and why it's why it is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
But we wanted something different. Like I wanted a negative report. Wanted gold to fly. It's on a level of support. Like that would have lined up, but it doesn't always line up the way that you want it to, and that's just it is what it is.
Yeah.
It is what it is. And our trading strategy isn't just on one day. There's consistency there. So this is a day you make money. You may have lost money or made money, but the consistency, you're profitable over time with the strategy.
Yep.
Cool.
And I caught some of the buy on NQ. Got a nice little 1 minute shark fin, and it pushed close to the VWAP.
Yeah, that's one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was good. I see.
That was.
Yeah, that's nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, I'm trying to be like y'all.
Listen, Paris is faithful to the 1 minute shark fans. Okay, like
Hey.
They my friends,
Yeah.
We friends. I like that 1 minute shark fin.
The
I
1
love
minute.
it, and it's reacting too. I mean, it's still going up.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right up to VWAP it went. So that was a good call.
But we'll be back on tomorrow for Power Hour. We're just at the 9 o'clock hour.
And that dreaded scrub right after work.
Will be at her scrub. That will be at 8 o'clock Central, 9 o'clock Eastern. We'll be on that call.
Yes.
But good job, everybody. Good job, advancers. We will jump and see you in the morning.
See you in the morning.
All right, everyone.
Have a great day.
Bye.